want to go to Best Buy. Where are you going?
Fuck it, let me circle around there in the driveway over there to get the fuck out of this motherfucker.
So basically, a little update. It is super hot today. There's another weather update for you.
Turning off the air conditioner.
I know, I had to turn it down so I can show you what I had to get. I got water damage on my old computer. Yes, I'm an idiot, and when I was cleaning the keyboards, you know, those little Clorox little wipes, well, it was a little bit too wet, so I'm suing Clorox for having too wet of cloths. I was even thinking, this is probably not smart. This could be a too wet of a cloth, and it was. And my keyboard don't work now. Well, certain letters, keyboard does not work. If you're interested, please keep watching. I will go step by step with you on how you can manipulate your computer, and or how you can voice text where you don't even have to type at all. You just basically push a button and speak to your computer and it will type it for you. Before going further into the video, I just wanted to clarify that this was a minor water damage that I had. If you have a large water damage, then they tell you you're supposed to turn your computer off. However, if you have to have a passcode to get back in, you might just be screwed. I turned my computer off like a flippin' dodo, and when you turn your computer off, I have it to where you have to put a password for anybody to get into your computer. The second that I turned it off, I realized,
oh my gosh.
my beloved photos, my beloved saved memories, my beloved every type of business work and stuff that I need on here. How am I going to get all that back? I know, this is very dramatic, but I'm just trying to paint a picture of what had really happened. So, I was pushing my passcode, and of course half the letters weren't working, half of them were double timing, half of them were putting other letters that didn't even correlate with the letter I was punching. After an hour later, and me sitting on the side of my computer, begging, pleading, and crying that it worked. And by the grace of God, I do not know how it happened, it worked. So, I was like, I gotta go in, change this to where I don't need a password, because if my computer goes to sleep or if my computer shuts down, this is gonna happen again. And by that time, none of the keyboards were working at this point. So, in order to change any control settings in most Macs, you gotta put that fancy passcode back in. Isn't that just lovely? And isn't that just a coincidence that my life was back into anxiety, frustration, stress, panic, worry, and sad, mad frustration mode? This is what I did. That was a long intro, but your keyboard isn't working. For instance, if you see here, see, I go here the most because I am a professional loser. So I just clicked a random, okay, this looks interesting. There's reason you're drinking too much. Everybody's drinking too much. Everybody's eating and drinking too much is basically. I click on this and let's say, and we gotta open the notepad up, okay? So you open notes up. It's gonna take forever because this computer is pretty laggy as it is. So basically, I guess it is a good thing that I got a new computer, to be honest, because of that reason right there. The notes is loading. Hold please. And yay, we got the notepad readily available. I'm just going to minimize this back in the side panel as you go. And let's say, for instance, your password is, I don't know, kick me dad, all right? So you highlight the K, copy the K, bring your notes back up, paste the K back into the notepad, back into your little web browser. Now we need an I. Oh, where's the I? Oh, there it is. We highlight the I, we copy the I, and we paste it back to the notepad. Okay, what's next? Oh, so basically you get the gist. That is what I did in order to get me a solid password, and then I could highlight that, copy it, and then paste it to my settings to change it to where I didn't need a password. calm Crystal back here, but I wanted to walk you through this. You basically go to users and groups. That will pop you into this area where you go to login options. And as you notice, mine says automatic login because I am never, ever going to make it to where I have to get a passcode to ever get back into my computer. And the display is unhighlighted. I could unlock it and make it to where I can change it, but I don't want to do that. But I would suggest, if your computer is untrustworthy, and in this case mine definitely was considering how old it was and that I got a little bit of water damage on the keys, to change your password into something very, very minimal, such as one letter. Obviously choose a letter that is working, just in case it glitches and it prompts you to have a password. Now, before you do this ridiculous amount of work to get this fancy password, I would totally suggest doing it the easy way, which is you could actually change it to voice commando. And how you do that is system preferences. Directly after clicking that, this will pop up to where you will click the keyboard icon right there, and this will pop up and you want to go directly towards dictation right there, yes. And if you notice mine is turned on, yours might actually be turned off, so click that button right there and go ahead and click this button too. I don't know why, just click it. In this particular area right here is the key, no pun intended, point to what you need to remember, because it tells you what you have to push in order for you to get your control command on. Best beaches to go to. Why, would you looky there? Just pressing the command key twice, I get what I want without speaking. I meant typing. And if you're going through all this trouble just to get your keyboard to work, for instance in this example where my laptop is dying at my fingertips, I would highly suggest you have a hard drive on hand. Don't wait till the last second. And that way, if any accident, for example, like this happens, you will have a peace of mind. I really hope you did something great for everybody, and I really hope you at least found this useful if your keyboard is jacking up and you don't want to buy another one, and or you want to wing it a little longer and not use the keyboard and use voice command, or just spend hours and hours trying to copy and paste everything. Talk to you later.